Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to show you thank you for smiling so beautifully at the camera. Today we've got the beautiful Alfie here who is, can you believe it, 53 years old. What we want to do today is show you guys out there, those of you who might be in your 40s, 50s or even 60s, that it's still possible to create a very sexy and sultry look even though you're a little bit older, as long as you just apply it properly and use the right products. I'm going to step away, I'm going to let Monique do her thing. I'll be behind the camera watching her. And then I'll be back for the big reveal. Enjoy!
Thank you, I'm so excited.
So we're going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to be using the Pro Longwear Paint Pot from MAC as an eye primer to start the eyeshadow. This is great for women in their 50s because, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of oiliness on the lids, and this is exactly the reason why eyeshadow tends to bleed and move and separate. So this product will prevent that from happening. This is the 217 from MAC, and this is the blending brush from MAC. Okay. Now we are going in with the Essence Hallo eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be using a combination of these eyeshadow colors to create a very soft, sultry, smoky eye.
Perfect.
I'm going to start off with my lighter shade on the inner corner of the eye, and I'm just applying that over the paint pot. This is also going to prevent any movement or creasing.
What brush is that you're using?
This is the 239 applicator brush from MAC. And this is a matte eyeshadow that I'm starting off with. And it's the lightest shade out of the palette.
Do you always use the lightest shade first?
Yes, always use the lighter shade first. I always apply and then blend with my 217. And secondly, I'm going in with my medium shade. Picking it up with the flat side of my brush. And now I'm going to applying this on the outer third of her eye. As you apply, you blend. So now I'm just blending my second color 2/3 of the way in.
Why do you only do the 2/3?
Because we want to create a lift. When you're older, that's the first place where you see age. You want to lift up the outer corner of the eye. So now we're going in with our deepest shade. And I'm just going to pick up a small amount because I don't want that to fall everywhere. This just goes on the outer corner. Always an upwards angle. Blend out this outer corner to create a nice smoky and sultry effect. But I feel like we can go a little bit darker than that. So once again, small amounts, and you can apply and build the color. These are all matte eyeshadows so far. It just makes it a little bit easier and it's a little bit more youthful. And blend.
But of course the reason that this matte powder shadow will stick is because we applied a primer.
Absolutely. Crucial. You'll never be able to blend matte eyeshadows without a primer.
What are you doing now? You need to share your tips, please.
I'm just quickly cleaning it up at the bottom of her eye because there's a little bit of fallout. Okay, now we want to create a little bit more definition around her eye. So I'm going to use my Catrice liquid liner, and I'm just going to tight line above her lashes, or in her lash line. And I'm going to keep it really thin because I don't want the liquid liner to be a liquid liner look. It's just the illusion of creating fuller eyelashes.
And I see you using the side of that brush.
Yes, this is the easiest way to use any liquid liner that comes in this format. I'm just going to do a tiny little flick up. So it's just going to make her look so much younger. So this is the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara.
Why did you choose this particular mascara?
I want to create very full, sexy lashes for her. And she's got naturally quite long eyelashes. And as you can see, this brush is quite big. So you need someone with long lashes to be able to use this volume mascara.
What other mascaras do you generally love?
I love the Extended Play mascara from MAC. That is a very good everyday mascara that just removes in warm water. You don't have to even use makeup remover, so that's really nice. And the other one that's my absolute favorite is the 38 Degrees from Sensai.
That's a good one.
That is a very popular one. Always want to build your mascara. One layer is never enough.
And you are looking fabulous, Alfie, with both your eyes painted. Monique, what is the next step now?
Now we are going to start with our skin prep. And the first place for that is underneath the eyes with our Hydro Depuffing Eye Serum from Catrice. This is just going to depuff her eyes and just give her a refreshed look.
And the hydration is also important?
For the concealer, so it doesn't go into the line. We are now going in with the foundation primer from Laura Mercier. This is my ultimate primer.
Yes, it is one of the most famous ones in the world.
Yes. So we're just going to moisturize her skin and prime her skin and prep it for foundation.
Why is that so important, especially in your 50s?
Oh, because it's just going to not sit in your lines. You really need all the help you can get to make your foundation really sit and last well on in your skin when you're in your 50s. And I would invest in your prep and your prime steps more than the foundation almost. I'm going to run the excess down because also this is also the one area that shows age first is your neck and your chest.
Be very aware of that.
Yeah, so we are definitely we will definitely be blending everything down and in. Alright, so that was our moisturizing primer step. Now we are going in with the Marc Jacobs Undercover Blurring Primer. And the difference is that this is a silicone based primer. So this is now going to mattify certain areas. You can already see how her pores actually just completely disappear. And this you always want to place on the areas where you have slightly bigger pores, where you tend to be a little bit more shiny, or it's normally the areas where your foundation always tends to disappear.
So do you always recommend using one primer for the majority of the face and then one other primer which is more mattifying for the areas that need it?
Absolutely, because you do not want to place this silicone based primer everywhere because you're going to actually just feel too dry. Now we are going in with my favorite foundation. This is a very good dupe for one of my favorites, which is MAC Face and Body. This is from Wet n Wild. I'm still using the same brush, the Duo Fibre. I'm just going to blend a small amount everywhere.
A small amount, you say?
I always focus the majority of the foundation in the center, and then you buff the excess around the edges. Now I'm just moving the excess of the foundation down her neck because you want to make everything match, including this little ear here. Look how glowy and dewy, and it's just gliding on her skin because of all my prepping steps.
Oh, so you're giving yourself all the credit.
Absolutely. Alright, so the same foundation, I'm just doing a little bit on her chest. What you can also do that's very nice is to mix the foundation in with your moisturizer, and it will just be a little bit easier and it will go a further way. So after you do your foundation, you always do your concealer next, and I've combined these two shades to make the ultimate shade for her. This is the 237 brush from MAC, once again a Duo Fibre brush. I love that for concealer just because it just blends much easier, and this is going to be the game changer.
Sure. That concealer looks very kind of full coverage.
Full coverage, and it's but still movable and not dry.
Exactly.
Just because the heat of your finger actually just melts the product in, and the outer corner of the mouth and on the chin. This is just once again one of those areas where your foundation just tends to disappear. The chin, the tip of the nose, and the center of the forehead.
Beautiful.
If you ever feel like this is too much makeup and you just want to blend it in a little bit more but not remove all your hard work, you can combine a beauty blender with a little bit of Fix Plus spray, and then you can just press in the excess of the product into the skin, and this will just make it look a little bit more natural, take off the excess product and leave you with the perfect amount. This also helps for those lines, any foundation that goes to sit in those lines. This will just press it out and blend it in. We are now going to just mattify certain areas with a Prep and Prime transparent powder. This is the loose powder. I love the loose powder. Just have so much more control. I'm going to pick up a small amount, shake off the excess, and just on the shiny areas, press the powder where I want it. Not everywhere, just on the shiny bits. And you also want to do it over your neck area to settle this product in. Now we are going to complete the eye, and I am going to start with my darker shade, and I'm just using the tip of the brush. Just connect this outer corner, and also once again just do the outer third, as this is going to create a lot of lift. I also feel like this plum undertone is really complementing her hazel eyes. Just correcting the angle that it slants up.
What are you using for that?
This is just a clear brush with concealer on, some excess concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to do the bottom lashes, and I'm using a different mascara. This is the Extended Play, and this is also waterproof, so that's nice for the under eye area.
Why aren't you using the same mascara as before?
The Laura Mercier mascara's applicator is just a bit too big to get definition in such short eyelashes at the bottom, and this applicator actually has a curve. A very important step for any 50-year-old is to know how to fill in your eyebrows. So I'm going to start her eyebrows by using the spoolie to brush all the hair up to get it in its fullest, most natural shape, and then I'm going to use my angled brush, and I'm just going to softly fill in her eyebrows with a brown eyeshadow that matches your root color. That is always what you want to aim for. It's quite a popular eyebrow color because it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's like the ultimate eyebrow shade, Bryn. I always like to make the arch slightly darker than the rest of the brow, just to enhance that lift. So now we are going to put all the color back into her skin by using the Tan De Soleil Tan bronzer, which is a cream product. I'm just going to apply it at an angle on top of her brow bone, and I'm just buffing it in just to give her some warmth, and just connecting it to her hairline as well, and just defining her jaw. And it's just such a nice textured product on your skin. It won't go and sit in your lines.
Why is that?
Because it's a cream based, but it's a matte cream. It's like a mousse almost. The texture of this product.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Lovely color.
Beautiful.
So this is the most important part about bronzing, is about making sure that all the tones actually match.
Yes.
So I could tell now that I actually had more product on my cheeks than up here on her hairline. So now I'm just going to add a second layer. I'm gonna just do one more thing. It's always one more thing. Just gonna add this medium shade in the bottom of her eyes as well, just to connect everything. But it mustn't be too sharp of a line. It's not to make it dark all the way through. It's just about, you still have your focus on the outer corner here with the darkness, but it's just to connect the whole eye and give it a bit of a smoky effect. We're going to just add a bit of color back into her cheeks by using this beautiful blusher from Essence called Breathtaking. Just to add a little bit of shine on her brow bone, I'm going to use one of these shiny colors in this Berlin palette from Essence and just give it a little bit of a shine, just to give her extra lift in her eyebrows. I'm going to add a little bit of shine just to her brow bone. And I'm going to stick with the cream products just because it works with her skin and her age, and it's just flattering for her. And this is called Hush from MAC. It's a cream color base. And you want to apply this with your finger. You do a little bit on the bridge of the nose.
What does that do?
It just slims down the nose and just brings all the shine. I like to highlight the Cupid's bow. Alright, now I'm just going to prep her lips with some 8-hour cream from Elizabeth Arden. And we absolutely love this liquid lipstick from OFRA. It's a liquid lipstick that dries completely matte, so you actually don't need a lip pencil at all. And this will just last all day. I've chosen this color for Alfie because it's softer, it's more youthful. When you're older, you want to stay away from too dark shades, as that can really make your mouth seem smaller.
There you go, guys. This is the completed look, and hopefully an inspiration to you to show you how gorgeous and fabulous you can still look well into your 50s, your 60s and beyond. It's just about knowing what to do and having someone to guide you along the way. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to this channel to be notified every time we post a new video just like this. Thank you. Bye. Bye. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one.